Hey, have you guys ever been to one of those lobotomy meetups? Mind you, it took a lot of courage for me to bring this up again. You see, there's like a bunch of clubs in this company where employees gather up. I once attended some kind of ping pong group event thing, but there weren't any girls there, so I pulled out real quick, lol. So like, one day, I saw this announcement for some weird get-together on the court message board. I got interested, so I called up the group leader and he introduced himself as from safety. I asked if there were any girls in the group, and he told me there were a ton of female employees. Now that got me super interested, so I signed up right away for the upcoming meetup. So I showed up, got a name tag like everyone else. I don't remember everything, but I think I saw like 3 people from training and 2 from information. About maybe half an hour later, the leader brought in dozens of cans of WellCheers on a tray, and gave one to each of us. I should have realized something was wrong because the can was already opened, but I'm a sucker for soda, and I just gulped the damn thing down my throat the moment he passed me a can, Lamau. Now after that, the leader told us it's time to move, and he said he even got a van rented for us. We all thought he was an awesome guy for that. I hopped in the van with 2 employees from the Horde and 1 guy from the same department as me. Leader said it was going to take about an hour drive, so we could just nap if we wanted, so we did. Weird thing was though, I went to sleep real fast. Like, real fast. Like, the moment I shut my eyes, I was out like a light. I have insomnia, but for whatever reason, I fell asleep so fast then. That was my big mistake. Anyways, I was sound asleep, but then I heard seagulls. And I was like, WTF? Seagulls? Yeah, at first I thought it was someone's phone alarm, but then I heard waves crashing. I was like, man, this is way too real to be a phone alarm. So I opened my eyes to find myself lying on a deck. I was on a goddamn boat, Lumfow. An actual, real-life boat. I knew I was screwed the moment I saw shrimp hopping around. Sent chills down my spine. I wanted to believe it was all a dream, but I swear that shrimp's realistic flopping was a sobering sight. The realization crushed me like a hammer. And I was surrounded by people who looked like they were the crew. They were all beefed up. Felt like they'd put me back to sleep with force if I said something wrong. One slip and I'd be swimming with the sharks. The crew was something around 10 people, including the captain, boatswain, cook, and all that. They chuckled at me while I was spacing out. The guy who looks like the captain walked towards me and asked about my height and weight. I asked him when the ship goes to port. He told me it'd be about a month, but I shouldn't try and run away or anything, because they already made a deal with my people. I had no damn idea who my people were, but I was too scared to ask. Then the other crew members called me over for lunch. They were making instant ramen, putting shrimp, crabs, clams, and all sorts of other stuff in it. They told me to stop acting like I was about to jump into the sea and to try their ramen. I said no at first, but they laughed at me again, saying there weren't any sleeping pills or stuff like that in it, and gave me some anyway. A man's gotta live, so I ate it. Tasted better than I expected it to. As soon as we finished lunch, they told me that they were going to teach me how to adjust the ropes. I pretty much gave up at that point, so I simply just answered, sure. All I could see anyways was these little islands that no one would have a chance at surviving on. For a month, I learned how to pull up fish traps, fill bait boxes, repair fishing nets, cook some ramen, get coffee, and all sorts of stuff. I kept getting better, and I got to the point where I could prepare mackerel sashimi and fish stew for the crew. Everyone complimented, said I could open a restaurant with that stew. Later on, we went through a couple of typhoons. Them and I started forming some kind of bond. A companionship. Whales were becoming a common sight at that point. 2 weeks in, the captain told me I was pretty good, and asked me if I was interested in officially joining the crew. When I thought about it, I would have been fired from the corp anyways, so this seemed like a legit opportunity to make a living. This was the first time I ever got a compliment after all. What am I doing now? Well, I've been promoted and now I'm living fine. I found true happiness in cracking open a cold one after a hard day's work, covered in seawater and sweat. I'm at the port now, but we gotta take off soon to catch some more shrimp. Never know what your future holds, bros. Sometimes I think about those other folk who were at the meetup that day. Not that I really want to snoop around to find out, though. I just try to keep a positive mind. I want to say they're hopefully doing good just like me. It's time to sail out. See you guys.